Everyone. It's such a privilege to be here, and you know, it's amazing that in the Hebrew language, when we greet someone, we say shalom. And the question is, why do we say shalom? Because shalom means hello, right? But there's much more than that, and we'll see soon. There are four direct meanings to the word shalom. First means, as we said, hello. Shalom as well means peace. Shalom means perfection. And Shalom also is the name of the Almighty. God, His name is Shalom too. So, one of the things that we like to do is that when we greet our friends, we greet them with peace. We greet them with the blessing of peace. We greet them with a blessing of perfection. May you find perfection in your life. And as well, we greet them with God's name. Now, why with God's name? What's the relevance of that? So I want to share with you a beautiful story I heard recently that I think really explains this idea. There were once two very close friends. These two very close friends grew up in the same city, little childhood friends, and as life took them, one eventually went to learn in one country and the other in another country. They were very far away, almost 1,000 miles away, maybe even more. And they'd still keep in touch, they'd write each other frequently, but they didn't have the opportunity, the privilege, to go actually meet each other for many years. Finally, one of them decided he's going to travel and go meet his friend. So, gets on this long journey, and finally, he reaches his friend, and they're so excited, they're so delighted to be in each other's company, and it's time to eventually get back home. He's about to get back home, and the authorities of the country that he's visiting, they stop him, they arrest him, and they say, "You're a spy, and we need to kill all spies." They give him a court appearance, and of course, they sentence him to death. So they ask him, "What's your last wish?" He says, "My last wish is if you allow me, I just want to go back home and finish up some business, say goodbye to my family, and then I'll come back and you can execute me." I said, "Really? You think we're going to let you go 1,000 miles and you're going to come back?" He says, "You know what? I have a very close friend. If I don't come back, you can kill him." So they go to the friend and they say, "Would you agree?" He says, "Absolutely. For my friend, what would I do?" And his friend, the executioner says, "You have exactly 60 days. 60 days at dawn. If you're not here, your friend is being killed instead of you." He says, "Okay." Goes, travels very quickly back home, says goodbye to all his loved ones, to all his friends, closes up all last finishing businesses, and he heads back home, heads back to the other country. And there's a little problem, because they would travel on a boat and they would need to sail with the wind, but there weren't any good winds, so it took him a few more days. And now he's pressured. It's 51 days, 52 days, he almost doesn't have time. Finally, he makes it to land, and he has just a few more hours before the sun rises. And he's running, and they're ready to take the friend out to be killed. But, as would be in those days, before they would execute someone, it would be a whole festivity. So they would start in the morning, they would have a whole gala event, and then later on, they would execute. And finally, before they execute the friend, he comes running and he says, I'm here, kill me." And the friend says, "I'm sorry. You weren't here by dawn. They need to kill me." And he says, "But you didn't do anything wrong. They're accusing me. I'm guilty. You have to kill me." And the executioner sees what's going on in front of his eyes. And each one is fighting, they should kill me. So the executioner says, "I let you off the hook on one condition. that you make me your third friend. If you make me your third friend, this is real friendship. Now, we're all here together. We're from different backgrounds. We grew up, many of us, in different countries. Some of us were born in countries in Asia, some in Europe, some in Africa, some in the United States, some in South America. We're all from different backgrounds. But we have something that brings us all together. We all have God within us. Every single one of us have that piece of God within us. And when two people come together, the Almighty says, I want to be the third friend. I want to be part of this friendship. When two opposites, when a husband and wife come together, it's a time of joy. When two friends come together, when two nations come together, it's a time of joy. And the Almighty's presence is there. And that's why when we see someone, when we greet someone, we say the word shalom. We say not only peace, not only perfection, but we also have the Almighty.